Hi everyone, one of our viewers asked for a quick video on the scenery I use, so I thought I'd pop up a short one just to let everyone know where I get the scenery or have got the scenery from over the years. Hopefully you'll recognise these buildings. They're actually resin, hollow, as you can see there, and come pre-painted, so they're really dead easy to use. I did pick up most of these quite a few years ago now at various different wargaming shows here in the UK. They're actually made by a company, or their brand name is Conflix, I think, Conflix. And I have bought a couple recently just to add to my collection, and I managed to pick those up off eBay. They're about £20 to £30 depending on the size of the building. I would look reasonably closely at the pictures of the ones you're going to get, as some seem better painted than others, and I always like to try and find both figures and scenery that looks really good on the wargaming table. So just take a look at the photographs, making sure you're getting a nice version with some good textured painting effects on the buildings. But I think they're great value for money, and they give you a really good look on the table, and they scale well with 25mm figures. And I got some 25, yeah, I've got some 25mm figures. There you go, there's a command stand, so there's some mounted figures. As you can see, the scaling's pretty good at 25mm. Now, what are they sitting on? They're sitting on a battle mat. Just have a look at this. It's a material mat, and actually it's great. So if I put something underneath it, you can see it creates a hill effect. That's just a telephone that's sitting under it, and it doesn't ripple. There's a degree of stretch in the fabric that means you can put hills and so forth underneath the mats, and you don't end up with any rippling effect, and you get really nice look to your terrain. These are by Cigar Box Battles in the US. They used to be able to get them from North Star in the UK, but they seem to have stopped stocking them since the COVID crisis. They are quite expensive. Each one of the mats is about 6x4, or actually a bit bigger than a 6x4 table, so 6 inches to 12 inches, more than those dimensions, so it will hang over the edges of a 6x4 table quite comfortably to make sure you get a nice effect. And they're about $60 to $70, I think, from memory. But if you're going to buy them from the States, just be careful. The postage and the duty can quite easily bring them up to, again, 70 or pounds or so. I think that was the cost of the last one I had shipped in from the US. And I think I managed somehow to escape paying VAT on that one. So really great mats, lovely printed patterns on them. You can get about 20 or 30 different styles, if not more, and of various different sizes and scales, some for 15mm and some for 28mm. Anyway, have a look at Cigar Box Battles in the States. They're really nice mats. And then finally, the other bits of terrain I'll have seen are these hedges. These are made with real sticks, I think. Yeah, real sticks and wiring, and dipped in a sort of flock material. Again, I bought these at wargaming shows in the UK. I think they were from, is it Lost Valley, I think it is, in the UK. I would recommend getting them at shows. I know there have been, I believe, some comments in the past about just a bit of unreliability sometimes when you're doing mail order. So I know we have no shows at the moment, and I see on one or two YouTube sites people have been picking them up. I think he's got a Facebook page and reporting that's all gone well. So just bear that in mind. Have a look at some of the feedback and make sure you're comfortable if you want to go down the route of getting some of the scenery. But it does look gorgeous. And I'll certainly be buying some more of that stuff in due course. So that's some of the scenery I've been using recently. And as part of the same request, I was asked what scenarios I use. So as you know, I generally play with the General Dame rules, occasionally play back powder, but about 95% of the time I'm playing the General Dame rules. And the vast majority, well, all of my troops really are uniformed for the 1812, 1813, 14, 15 period. That's my French troops anyway. And as a result, I tend to like trying to play scenarios that sort of broadly in that sort of timescale. So I use, or have used a lot of scenarios out of these books. These were written for the General de Brigade rules, the predecessors to General d'Armée. And there's a couple of scenario books here. They've got about 10 or 12 to 15 scenarios in them. And they're the right sort of scale for the games I play, ranging from sort of 10 to 15 to 20 battalions a side. Just about cope with the size of table layouts I've got. So I've used those for quite a few of the scenarios. They're published by Partisan Press, I think it is, yeah, Partisan Press, and they were also written by Dave Brown, who wrote the General d'Armée rules. In addition, for General d'Armée, I can't show you a copy of the books, but they do PDFs of 2 different sets of scenarios for General d'Armée, one for the 1815 campaign and a Peninsular campaign set of scenarios as well. So I have played extensively out of those sets. Otherwise, apart from that, I go to sort of pretty much anywhere I can find. I've used some of the scenarios from the Black Powder rules. I've used some scenarios I found in Wargames Illustrated. I'll search the internet for ideas, and indeed other rule systems, Shaker or others, just to find ideas for games. And as some of you may have seen, I even use some of the Hex Wargames board games that I occasionally play by Hexasim, for example, who do some nice board war games for Waterloo and Quatre Bras, and I've used those as inspiration for scenarios. So that's where the scenarios come from. So hopefully that's of use. And then finally, I'll give you a view of some of the stuff I've been painting. So this has been my latest little painting endeavour. Hang on a second, just need to move across my table. You've seen the command bases before, but I'm doing some more figures for some command bases here. So we've got some French commanders and ADCs and various different officers for the French army. The lighting's not too great here, so I'm not sure the colours are coming out particularly well. But anyway, that's the latest painting endeavour. And then I'll need to work out what my next unit is and get those ones based up. So they've been some nice figures to while away the time on, something a bit different to paint, especially the green and the pale blue uniforms. So that's been great fun. Anyway, I hope you're all well and hope you enjoy this short little video, and catch up with a game with you all sometime soon. Cheers everyone, bye.